What is going on, chat, man? I'm back, and today, you guys wouldn't even believe what just happened to me, man. About an hour and a half ago, I got into a car accident. Yeah, I'm kind of sad, and I feel some type of way about it, but, you know, the world keeps spinning, so, let's get straight into the video. I gotta put the content out for you guys, because you guys show me all the love and support, so, I owe it to you guys. But the video we're reacting to today is Shaquille O'Neal spits out facts on LeBron James's longevity. So, let's get straight into the video. But if you guys are new to my channel and you like classic slash old NBA content, man, hit the subscribe button, man, and join the crew. But with that being said, let's go. And if you guys are wondering if I'm okay, yes, I'm okay. I'm doing okay, guys.
There was some unrest in the NBA created by Shaquille O'Neal's comments. He said that LeBron James' longevity is directly tied to the softer NBA right now. Now, before I go on, I want to quickly thank two of my viewers who appreciated my last video enough to send me donations to my channel through super thanks on YouTube.
Okay.
Now, those two viewers were One Hawk and Abdul Byron 5105. So, guys, thank you so much. It was much appreciated. If you look at my previous videos on LeBron, I have personally mentioned that fact that Shaquille O'Neal just mentioned. And I mentioned it many times and gave reasons and factual proof that the softer game had that impact on LeBron. Now, I also went much further and said that the longevity of LeBron is not the only
LeBron James's longevity, though, like, if we're being completely honest, his longevity is just, yo, it's amazing. As I'm a big LeBron fan, but I'm not biased though. I'm a big Jordan fan now, thanks to you guys. But his longevity, I feel like it's his best part of his game, though. That's it.
thing impacted by the softer era in the NBA, but much more. The NBA and its legends have been cheated due to this fact, and I will explain that to you after I let you listen to Shaq's comments.
Okay.
So stay for the whole video because I have other video proof proving this fact and everything else I say. Kobe Bryant proves it on video. Adam Silver proves it on video.
Everyone is proving this on video?
So big names coming up. So make sure to stay around to watch all these clips because they're all going to be featured in this video.
Okay.
But first, welcome. My name is Paul, and this is the Basketball Show where I talk today's NBA, current events, news, players, and more. All completely unbiased, even though some people disagree, because any opposing opinion to weak people is always hating. Truth is truth, and I try to stand by that truth. Now, I will let you watch the clip by Shaq and an interesting response to it from two ex-NBA players. So first, let's start with Shaq's comments. So here you go.
So you think LeBron's longevity is a byproduct of the change in the physicality of the game too?
Definitely.
Really?
Less physical. Or less feel like
Is that, you guys really think that, chat? Like, the reason to why LeBron's like this, he's been playing in the NBA this long, his longevity is this crazy, is because the NBA is soft basically now. The rules are changed. Is that, you guys think that?
like right now, you get a flagrant foul, you get fined, suspended. Like guys ain't even fouling hard no more. Back before I played, it was crazy, but when I played, it was crazy. But even before, like the 80s going to 90s, it was probably more physical then. But people get mad. It's just a product of what I see. I've seen what greatness is. Been there, played with them. I don't see that all the time over here. So you want me?
Ooh, I don't see that all the time here. He's basically talking about my whole generation, Gen Z. That's crazy, chat. Like, genuinely, that's kind of crazy if you think about it. Like, I know you guys see the same, and I see the same because I've said it multiple times in my videos, but Shaquille O'Neal is actually speaking up on this, though. He's really saying there's, like, people are really soft nowadays. People don't really come to hoop. Like, it's not competition.
Give me the same props you give them, that never happens. You can call it hate if you want. But even with the word hate, like these kids that like to throw that word around. If you ain't great and I'm great, how the fuck can I hate on you? That don't make no sense.
Now
that's kind of true too. if somebody's great at basketball, if somebody's an NBA legend, if somebody's just one of the best, and they criticize you, it's not hate. I used to think that too. I kind of used to think like, when somebody's telling me something about LeBron or, somebody's saying something, it's some type of hate. I used to think that. But now, like, I genuinely know, like, the older people are trying to tell you, they're trying to speak to and actually give you the knowledge, chat.
You heard Shaq say what he said. Let me show you a clip from the Run It Back podcast with Michelle Beadle, Chandler Parsons, and Lou Williams. And then I'll respond and show you the clips from Kobe Bryant and Adam Silver as well. So let's run that clip from Run It Back.
Shaq said that LeBron's longevity is actually a byproduct of how soft the league has become. Chandler, are you buying that?
No, but let's say maybe.
What's happening?
Let's say.
Okay, this guy didn't even play in a hard era though, and he's saying the NBA got soft. So he thinks the NBA got significantly I can't even say the word, but he thinks that the NBA genuinely got weak ever since the early 2010s, also since Kobe's era. What?
Let's say maybe it is. It doesn't change the fact of how hard and how much money and how much time and how much effort this dude spends. Whether that was in the 80s, the 90s, it doesn't matter. This dude puts in the work, and it doesn't matter that the game is officiated softer or there's load management now, because there's plenty of guys that have played in the same era as LeBron that have not had the success and played as long as he has. So sure, maybe the grueling pounding of the way the game was played in the 90s would take a little bit more off his career, but I'm still not buying that.
I don't know. I feel like LeBron could play back in the day. Like, no biasness, but I genuinely think that, if he's going crazy in this era, obviously it's way easier. I don't think he would be as good as he is now, but he would genuinely, like, he'll be at least decent in Jordan's era. I don't think he'd be as LeBron. He won't be LeBron, but he'll be decent in that era at least.
We're guessing. Why would we even think that when this dude spends millions and millions of dollars creating, this way that he's gone about his business and his career to be able to put himself on the floor. So I fully disagree with this.
I mean, you buying it, Luke?
Okay, that's a good take. Okay.
Doesn't seem like it.
I'm not buying it. It just feels like another wild take, from some of our legacy acts, man. I don't know why Shaq would go this route again. I don't have context, but it just sounds crazy to me. Like, Shaq retired in 2011, and he had longevity. So was the league soft when he was in the league still? And also, LeBron is somebody that he went.
Okay, that kind of makes sense then. That kind of just changed my whole trajectory then of what I was thinking. Hold on.
To Cleveland to go play next to, so I don't know what I would love to hear from Shaq's perspective.
In every single game in the NBA that you play, from the banging, from hitting upside the head and knocking your ass on the ground like Mike used to be hit.
Oh my God, that was loud.
Jordan goes down hard and he takes it to the basket, and they get on top of the ball. That's what happens. And then right there, Cadillac Anderson has him, and another look at it, and it looks like his right arm.
Are you guys telling me Jordan really played this? I wouldn't even want to go against this.
Arm and shoulder takes the brunt. Well, Michael Jordan is coming back onto the court.
How can you possibly say these things don't matter? Of course they matter. They let you stay healthier. Load management also said
that load management, it has a big impact on his career.
Parsons, that plenty of guys have played in the same era and don't have that longevity. Well, not every player in the NBA is allowed to choose when he does load management, and not every player even wants to sit out games to recover with load management. For some players, that would be actually embarrassing and cheating the NBA fans that bought tickets for those games. LeBron doesn't worry about that stuff. He also said, Parsons again, that maybe the pounding would have taken a little bit off of LeBron's health. You think? The hits and pounding over 22 years of play would take just a little bit.
If LeBron was in that era and he was getting thrown like what I just seen by Jordan, he'd at least have like 16 years then. A couple years shorter. Maybe. Nah, I still think he'd have like at least 18. Because he's bigger though, you know?
Falling on the court like Mike, just in the video that I showed you before, many times would just take a little bit off. Get out of here. Then he said that LeBron spends millions of dollars on his body, which stems from the rumor that LeBron spends $1 million on his body every single year.
That's not true. He announced it.
Which is complete bullshit, and LeBron himself debunked it.
You knew could go on a run. There was that say what you spent like $1 million on your body or something.
Man, I don't know where the hell that shit came from.
Okay, that's a very fair assessment.
Yeah, I don't know where that came from, but I mean, listen, man, I do take care of my body, but I have no idea where the amount of money came from.
These guys are ex-NBA players. They have a huge platform and can't do the damn research that I can. Come on. Now let's go on to Lou Williams. Lou Williams called Shaq's take a wild take, and he doesn't agree with it either. One major thing I have to call out is Lou saying that in the 10 years LeBron would have played 110 games per season. In all 10 of those seasons, he went to the finals. That includes the regular season and the playoffs.
Okay.
Well, Lou, I actually checked on that and did my research, and I got the numbers. LeBron averaged 94.9 games a season in those 10 seasons, and that includes the playoffs. You got 82 games in the
That is absolutely crazy, bro.
season. He averaged 94.9. Now figure out how many games did he miss every single season and rested his body. Now for context, do you know what Mike averaged in his title run seasons? Mike averaged 100 games per season, including playoffs. And in 4 out of those regular seasons, he played all 82 games. 4 out of the
4? I don't ever see players play 82 games anymore, except for Miles Bridges. But other than that, no.
The title seasons, out of the 6 title seasons, Mike played 82 games. Yes, you heard that right. For just the regular season. 90s. And they start.
Okay. Let me know down below, because if that's true, is there like a lot of fights going on? There's a lot of stuff going on. Let me know. I'm curious.
Working on removing that physicality from the league. Now, if that statement mentions the late 90s, and we then know that the hand check got removed permanently and completely in 2004,
wow,
which you can check yourself.
Wow.
Then that would indicate a time year when the NBA rules started to change really towards the softer play. Now, isn't it funny for everybody that this 2004 hand check rule removal and making sure there's less physicality coincides with LeBron James being drafted in 2003.
Oh.
LeBron's drafted in 2003, and he averages 20 points per game as a rookie. But he was already a phenom, stronger than everybody else, faster than everybody else. But he was averaging 20 points per game. But then hand checking gets removed for the next season completely. And LeBron's average jumps almost 8 points a game on only.
He was a rookie that time. He averaged 20. He just developed and got better. But you could argue that, but it doesn't really make sense though. He could have gotten better and developed. It was a rookie season, you know?
2 more shots attempts. Isn't that interesting? Now, as we could deduce by that, the NBA rules started becoming much softer, and exactly when LeBron James came into the NBA. Now, longevity-wise, I have to say that Kobe Bryant, in that regard, was more impressive to me than LeBron.
What?
You know why? Kobe came into the NBA in 1996.
Okay.
He dealt with the hand checks, the Charles Oakleys, the Davis brothers in Indiana, and much more.
Was the hand checking that much of a rule change in the NBA? Like, did that really change or hinder someone's skill to the point to where you can like it just doesn't show how good they were because of hand checking, and when it was removed, it shows how good they actually can be? Let me know down below.
It was a much more physical NBA for at least 8 years before LeBron arrived to a softer NBA.
Wow.
Kobe played 20 years in his NBA career after being beat up for the first 8 in a much more physical league. And then in 2004, he started playing in the same rules and the same softer NBA that LeBron James did.
Wow.
And after those 8 years of being beat up, Kobe still played 12 more seasons at a super high level.
Yeah, bro. That's crazy though. Like Kobe had to go through that big transition, and when he went through that big transition, he was still killing it. Wow.
Now, since Kobe had the exact comparison, here, while he started playing in the physical mid-90s, and then he saw and felt the NBA transfer into the soft garbage that helped LeBron stay healthy, he actually spoke about that on TV and explained it perfectly. Here is that Kobe clip that I promised you guys in the beginning of the video.
More of a finesse game. It's more of, small ball. Which personally I don't really care much for. I like kind of smash mouth, old school basketball because that's what I grew up watching. You know what I mean? And
so they basically changed up. I know what hand checking is, right? But people genuinely grew up on that, so when they genuinely see a new type of basketball, which I'm used to, it's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. And that's kind of crazy though. Let me know down below, do you guys really miss hand checking? Because I'm genuinely curious about that.
I also think it's much less physical. Much less physical. Some of the flagrant fouls that I see called nowadays is just makes me nauseous. You can't touch a guy without it being a flagrant foul.
Is there a way to ever reverse that, you think?
I don't know. Kids might be a little too sensitive for that nowadays.
Wow.
Kobe said it in 2014 that the NBA is much softer and much less physical. So if it was so much less physical in 2014, it would be a good bet that it took about 10 years of rule changes since 2004 that started with the removal of the hand check that allowed the NBA to get so soft that Kobe mentions it by 2014. Now, Shaq played until 2009, so he witnessed the transformation and took advantage of the softer NBA, but just for a few years, as by 2004, he was already 32 years old and beat up for 12 seasons by that time. That's why.
And Shaq definitely went through hand checking because, bro, that guy was pushing people the whole game, going crazy the whole game. So, like, I can imagine that now, man.
Shaq didn't have the longevity of LeBron James because for most of his career, he was still in the physical NBA. The real worst robbed NBA legend I think there is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. He was the NBA scoring leader for so many years. He achieved that by scoring 2-pointers, not 3s.
Wait a minute. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar got the scoring title with no 3-pointers? Am I hearing that correctly? What?
He achieved it in a much more physical era of the NBA. LeBron got that record in 150 less games played. But LeBron attempts almost 5 threes a game for his career, which he shoots about 35%. Plus, he plays in a much weaker defensive era in a much faster paced game.
Facts.
Now, because of all of this, LeBron was able to beat Kareem's record in total points, but he did it with a much easier road to travel.
Yeah, if you really put it to like a perspective, it was a way easier way to actually get the award. Like, it's very impressive. It's the best. It's one of the best awards you can get in NBA, maybe, right? Maybe, right? But like 100 games less, that's how you know the defense in the NBA is really weak. Like, everything has changed.
then Kareem had to travel. And he played 20.
If Jordan was getting hurt that bad in the 90s, mid-90s, imagine Kareem. They probably were putting their elbows on his neck to block him. Like, that's probably what it was, chat. Let me know down
Foul
below.
for unnecessary contact. If you agree,
Chat, we gotta talk about this. Do you guys genuinely agree with that? Like, do you guys genuinely think that the longevity of LeBron James's career is just because the NBA got weak? I'm kind of slowly aiming to that, but at the same time, it's like, I don't know. But it does make sense. If you're getting hurt on the court, there's just no way. But I feel like LeBron would be able to play in their era. I don't know if he would be as dominant, but he would be able to play, you know? He'll be like a star player. He's very strong. He probably might buff up, but, let me know down below what you guys think, chat. But with that being said, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, man. And I'll catch y'all next time. Yes, sir.